know why. This is just cracking me up. It's just like such fun ears. These are from Sam's Club in a pack of 5. Because you know, when you have a wall of ears, you just need them just in case. So this is an interesting video to make. How to win a Disneyland trip on the radio. So, and I was like, should I even post about this? Because it's not easy to win a Disneyland trip on the radio. Like, let me make that perfectly clear. It is not something that most people can do. Most people can't do it. Most people won't be able to do it. I feel like these tips are just hopefully if you're like a diehard like me and you realize how expensive it is and maybe you'll win. I hope that you win just because it is expensive. I'm the person that sat through a 4-hour timeshare thing to get a 1-day pass to Disneyland. And no, I didn't sign up for the timeshare. I just wanted the Disneyland tickets. I got them and I went. It was amazing. So like, just recognize this is my personality. I will do what I can to get something like this for free if I can. So I have several online jobs as a teacher, and I feel like this is an extra, like an extra job, because I am checking different radio stations and trying to win a trip online. So take this as it is. Realize if you really want to try and win a trip on a radio station or something like that, you have to be invested. You have to put in time. It's going to take time. And it's not paid time, and most of the time you won't win in whatever session that they're trying to give away it. I mean, I have probably tried to win a Disneyland trip several hundred times. Several hundred times. Tried on the radio, on the internet, websites, whatever. I have won 3 times. But realize it's 3 to like 200. So just putting those statistics and percentages out there. But I will still give you any tips and tricks that I've learned throughout this process of trying to win Disneyland tickets on the internet. So most likely you won't. The odds go up the more that you try. I highly recommend finding local states like within your state that are trying to sell them. I live in Utah. Utah is a huge asset to Disneyland because they have a ton of young families. So I feel like a lot of radio stations are giving away Disneyland tickets at different times throughout the year. Sometimes it's a call in at certain times, but you have to listen in early, all that sort of stuff. But I recommend if you do have to call in with your phone, start calling in earlier than the time that you're supposed to call in, just to check the connection and make sure it's okay. I recommend if you do have to listen to the radio for a certain time frame, to listen to an actual radio, like from your car or a boom box, because the internet and an app, there's a delay in time. So if they're like, caller 10, call now, and you are listening from your app, you're already late. You're already sometimes up to like a solid minute late, and by then it's over. Somebody else has already won it. So realize that. This last time that I just won, which was last week, which is super cool, I actually started calling in before the song that I was supposed to hear even started, and because I was already in the queue line for calling, I was caller 10 by the time the song started, and I won. So realize calling in before the actual time is actually a good thing. You check your connection, you make sure that you're in there, okay? Usually they have an email giveaway, so feel free to put that in there. That's not hard. And usually it's like a once a day, you just put your email in and enter it in. It's not a big deal. Your odds do not go up if you have multiple emails. Found that out, because they just, your name's in there and then they siphon it out. But you can have, like, my husband will put his email in for me because I'm crazy and I want to win tickets because it's expensive and I can't resist. It's a very addictive, wonderful problem. The harder the giveaway, less people will try for it. The hardest Disneyland giveaway that I didn't win was you had to listen all day, from like 7 a.m. till I feel like it was 10 p.m. for one song, and you had to be caller 125. It was horrible. I was really annoyed. because I was like, I'm listening to the radio literally all day. This is dumb. And then to be caller 125, I called in and I'd get through, but it was like, you're caller 88. It's like, are you kidding me? Once you get a call, like if you get picked up and you're not the right number, you're most likely the dream is dead. But feel free to keep trying, because there's nothing wrong with continuing to try. If the phone rings when you're calling in, don't hang up, even if it's for several minutes, because if they're looking for caller 25 or 125, it might take a minute to get to you. So don't hang up. I wouldn't hang up for at least 5 minutes. I know that's a long time to just sit there and listen to it ring, but I can't tell you how many times it's taken a minute. It's taken a little bit for them to answer the phone and tell me what caller I am. And sometimes it's the right caller. So be patient. That's the big one. Be patient. Sometimes they'll have a certain song during a certain hour, and that's when you can call in, but you can't get that info unless you listen at like 7 a.m. I usually work really late at night. So a lot of times they will give out the info also on their Instagram stories. If you follow like a radio station's Instagram stories, then they'll tell you like, you need to listen to A Million Dreams by Pink from 2 to 3. So instead of having to wake up at 7 and listen for the DJ telling you that time and song, you can just get on their stories and click it. The hope is that they remember to do that, because sometimes they don't, and then you're in trouble. Also have family call in. It's fun. It's fun to have everybody call in at the same time. So my family, collectively, we've won 3 times. My husband won 1 of them. I've won 2 of them. It's because I was saying like, okay, call now. Read the fine print. So I always read the official rules. Maybe it's because I'm an English major and I want to know the details, but you can't win. So this is what I've found on most of the radio stations that I've been trying to win tickets from. You can't win anything from them more than once a year. So if you won tickets to Disneyland and then you want to try and win tickets to a concert or something, you win one thing from that radio station once a year. I think that's a calendar year, like January, December. All in the household apply to that. So when my husband won, I couldn't win any more from that specific radio station. I can win it from a different one, but that specific radio station, you're done for the year. I can't win in August, and that's for all radio stations. Oh, check the expiration date. So a lot of the tickets, sometimes the reason why they're able to give away so many is because you can only use them for like within the next 3 months. So I try and make sure it's like the ones I just won, I have a full year to use them. So that gives me a little bit more options. I want to go during Halloween time, so then that's when we're going to use them. So look for that fine print, because if you're like, oh, I can use these anytime, and they're only good for a month, like that kind of speeds up your ability to figure out planning and that sort of thing. Yeah. And they might advertise them as Pixar, Pal Around Fest, come get tickets, win tickets. But that doesn't mean that's when you have to use them. You usually have about a year to use them. This is so silly. But with your phone, which is most likely a cell phone, turn up the ringer all the way so that you don't have to bring the phone to your ear while you're calling and hanging up, because that's what you're doing. You're calling. If it's busy, you hang up, you call again. The faster that you can do that and hang up and that sort of thing, the more likely you're able to get in to the right number in the right time. So I just turn my phone up all the way so that if it was ringing if I had it up here, it'd be way too loud. You could also do it on speakerphone, but that's when we're put into push. So you're trying to be fast. Fast fingers. That's what we're aiming for. Be consistent. Keep trying. It's fun. Like, if you look at it as it's fun, it's just something to do, then it's fine. But if you look at it as, if I don't win, I'm going to be miserable, then it's not fun. I mean, like I said, I've tried hundreds of times. It's funny because my gym friends, like, my phone will go off and they'll be like, do you have to call in or something for a Disney trip? And I'll be like, yes. Or I have to listen in and get like a keyword or listen. So, like the ones that I've had, I told you about the listen all day ones. The majority of them are like what I said, you have to hear a certain song during a certain hour. When you hear it, call in, caller 10 wins the tickets. Another one is you have to call in. like at the beginning at like at 8:20, 11:20, 1:20, 3:20. You have to call in and be caller 10, and then those 5 people throughout the day, they'll pick one at the end of the day, and those people will get the tickets. Another one is you have to listen to keywords throughout the day, and then the next day call in at 7 a.m. and tell the keyword phrase that they've created. That person would win the tickets. So caller 10 again. There's also caller 25. You know, you never know what caller they want to do, but it's just for fun. And that's why I do it, because it's just for fun. And yes, it does 100% help. I mean, we just won, it's usually 2 one park per day, 4 tickets, and I'm a family of 4. So that's 2 days free for my family of 4 to go to Disneyland. Yes, I still have to pay for my flights. Yes, I still have to pay for a hotel, but that's like paying for the tickets to the park. That's a big deal. And usually they have, when they're done with their whole, like, it's usually 2, maybe 3 weeks. I'd be surprised if it's 3 weeks that they're giving away tickets every single day. They usually have like a big prize winner that will get 3 one park per day, and they get hotel as well. So I haven't won that one yet. Still trying. I was so hopeful. I thought I was going to win. But just do it for fun. Like, it's just super fun to just get your friends involved. It's so funny because my friend, I was telling her about this, and she's like, oh, I swear this country station that I love has been doing tickets too. Maybe I'll try calling in. And she did, and she won. So you never know, like, what people are doing. I just, you know, I'm strange. I listen to the radio. I don't listen to my phone through my car. You know, I just listen to the radio. And there's usually about 4 or 5 different radio stations that at any given time are giving away tickets. Some are impossible and some aren't. I mean, I have won 2 from one radio station and 1 from another radio station. So you never know. Just test it out. See if you like it. It's just fun. I feel like my husband loves fishing. I'm like, this is like fishing for me. It's like me catching a fish. I'm just trying to save my family money because I know we're going to go. We're going to go. So we may as well try and save money doing it. Hopefully this helps you. Like and subscribe for more Disney tips, and hopefully you win some tickets.